when it comes to growth, it's never for us, ourselves, but it's for people around us. What's going on, people? Welcome back to Just Talk Nothing Serious. Your boy Tone, man, and we got
Henry Allen Harton, the third.
Don't forget the three. You already know. As you notice, we got the same clothes on we had on last week because we wanted to continue this conversation. My man said something so profound. I said, bro, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about it. I said, what was that you just said?
Change is never for you.
Now let's get into that, man. Let's get into that.
I'm talking about, hey, it's your show, baby.
Hey, it's our show, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, man. Man, he said, like, change is never for you. Last show we was talking about growth. When it comes to growth, it's never for us, ourselves, but it's for people around us, our environment. I think you mentioned you getting a promotion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said you had to change some things, or, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And was that change only for you?
I don't know.
Because you got a family.
Man, I got colleagues. I got people that I haven't even met yet, right? It's
right.
Wide open, really.
Yeah. And I know for my case, man, anytime that change and growth takes place, like we've been talking about, there's always trials, there's always tests, there's always bad days. When you said something key, those bad days are never for me, but it's for other people. When it comes to change, you're going to go through trials, and those trials are meant for you to overcome so that you can share with the next person that, hey, you can get through this too. Let me show you how.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I just really feel like it's really important to talk about growing, because I think this year is the year of growth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the year of growth. Don't be afraid to change, man. Don't be afraid to take a step outside of your comfort level, because discomfort is just an indication that you haven't been there before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Because I'm moving into a period in my life right now where I'm pulling all of my notes that I got from network marketing, and I'm applying them to where I am in my career from, or quote unquote, corporate America. Because like, and I was just thinking about that, like, okay, if I was to get fired tomorrow, do I feel like I've made the impact that I wanted to make?
Interesting.
And the answer was no.
Wow. Cool.
Even though I've impacted a lot of people's lives, I've throughout my career, like I've been able to really, do a lot. But it's just like, if I was to give this up tomorrow, or if it was taken from me tomorrow, if I was to die tomorrow, whatever it is,
I like that. Yeah.
Like, did I really create the change? Because like, man, I'm just like, there's a spirit of average in corporate America. And me and him was talking about just interviews and stuff like that. I had called him a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, so now, but just kind of a little bit of venting in a sense, but also getting perspective, right? And, I talked about the interview being the worst part of a person. And he was like, how is that possible? Like, typically when you get the best of somebody, well, yeah, like they're telling you things that their character can't sustain. So, man, you don't see it until later on when they get hired in those things. But really, it's the interview is when they're really lying to your face about who they are. And I think in corporate America, however you want to call it, just that job mentality or whatever, there's just not a spirit of excellence there. It's a spirit of, I'm going to do what I can to get by. Wow. And I want to change that. Wow. Like, I just want to change that.
So your growth is based upon how many people you can affect, right? And you said influence and inspire, right?
You say that.
That's deep. I read a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Stephen Covey.
You read that one?
I heard it.
Oh, okay, my boy.
I don't read like that.
Oh, man.
I'm an audio guy.
No, I mean, I listened for that. when you hear me say I read, I listen. I actually read it first years ago, not listened to it over and over.
Yeah.
But one of the things he said, write your eulogy. You know what I mean? And he said, write your eulogy, and this will determine if you're on a path that, you set out to go for. You know, like write your eulogy. And most people don't want to think about that, you know. But I think about this daily. If I was to die tomorrow, how many people did I affect? How many people did I inspire? In my mind, it's not enough either, man.
Right.
So what do I need to do? What growth in my life that needs to take place so that I can affect and inspire as many people as possible?
It's a good question.
You know what I mean?
That is a great question.
Right. And that's a great foundation for like your career. Like, I don't think many leaders ask themselves that, because that, what you call that spirit of average. How many people can I affect? Like, I really believe that God have you in this role to affect and coach people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's really dope. So,
yeah. So all my leaders out there, all my newbies, all my newbies, man. like you know, man, you know if you're doing everything you can to affect change, right? And to really, you know, to set your mark. And if you're not, man, what you waiting on? It's a new year. It's time.
Right.
It's time. What we waiting on?
Right.
Time.
Right.
Let's go out there and make it happen.
Let's make it happen, man. Hey, be the change you want to see.
Ooh. Who said? Who originally said that?
I don't know. We used to say it in our Toastmasters.
I heard J. Cole say it.
He said it too?
Yeah, I heard him say it. Yeah, I know he didn't make it up, but
Nah, no, our Toastmasters said it all the time, man. Shout out to North Lake Toastmasters. Be the change you want to see. But yeah, man.
yeah,
That's all I got.
yeah. That's all I got.
Cool.
All I got.
Should we start a podcast?
We should start a podcast.
Okay.
Should this be the pod? So okay, so all right, we've been talking about this for a few weeks now, right? Just bring y'all in. My dudes, I'm bringing y'all in on a little background conversation.
Right.
So we have this idea of the format for the podcast, but we really like this format.
We kind of like it, though. We kind of dig it.
And we don't want to, you know, we've been telling y'all about it's going to be a podcast coming in this whole thing, right? And I just hate to have longer of these and it'd be the podcast and maybe y'all expecting something extravagant.
Right.
So I don't know. I might just say bump your feelings and just, you know. Just do it. I'm just being, but I care. I care about what you think.
But I care, though, man.
No, I care about what you think. I really do. So I'm, you know. Y'all tell us. Should we do a whole different, you know, layout? Should we just be at a table, or should we? I don't know. Like, or should it be similar to how we're doing JT and it?
I mean, we rocking with it. I know some of them rocking with it.
Oh, they love it. They love it.
So hey, just let us know, man. Let us know. But anyway, y'all like, subscribe, share this information, hit that bell, man. Hit the bell, man. Comment. Let's get this information. Let's get this out of here. Let's get B1 to do more out of here. Cause this growth ain't for us, man.
Nope.
It ain't for us. It's for y'all. It's for all of us. So do that, man, and let's take off. All right? You good?
Good.
All right. Peace.